Pie has been advertised to me on almost every video I watch. Guys, what are you doing? Just download Pie. Tired of seeing ads? Download Pie. You look hungry? Download Pie. The Pie ad blocker is the most annoying and suspicious product I have ever been advertised. If you've been on YouTube lately, you might have seen ads for it too, trying to convince you to install it. But it is not just a typical ad blocker. Not at all. It's actually one that wants to pay you to watch the ads that it blocks. Now, that might sound fine, except for the fact that it's largely made by the same people who made Honey. You know, the product that just got exposed for pocketing an untold amount of money from creators. Pie is made by one of the same creators of Honey. And when you think about that, you know, Pie being a similar middleman, a similar extension to Honey, it's quite the suspicious product just off of that alone. But more importantly to me, it's an absolutely annoying example of marketing nowadays. I've only seen a few YouTubers talk about Pie, but I'm willing to guess that in the next couple of weeks, you'll see lots more going to make their own videos too. And these videos will probably be a lot more capable of explaining just exactly how Pie might be a scam. They'll probably go into depth into researching Pie and clearing out exactly what it is and what it could be hiding, like a well-oiled siege team. Did you see how long it took for us to realize what Honey was doing with their URL sniping? Hundreds of YouTubers didn't notice what was happening until one spoke up. Am I going to be the clone that uncovers the Order 66 conspiracy here? Let's be real, not gonna happen. I personally do not believe I can figure out the smoking gun here on my own. Instead, I want to testify about how annoyingly this product was advertised to me. So until CoffeeZilla covers Pie a month from now when he's done with the CSGO series, consider this video a waiting room. Or in a better light, a noble warning from a man who has the intuition of a tumbleweed farmer. I can't tell exactly what's wrong with Pie, but there's something's not right about it, so I can feel it in my leg. So I'm going to talk about how Pie annoyed me, and also why you should be suspicious of it, because I hate it. Pie made me resent it before I even knew it might be a scam. I don't remember what I was doing the first time I got an ad for it, but I was probably doing something like competing in a World Final Cup while my second monitor was playing videos on how to get the Captain Crunch physique. Yeah, that seems like a pretty likely scenario. You know, just before I was going to learn his quad routine, I was promptly interrupted in one of the many Pie ads currently in rotation. At the moment, it seemed like a decent concept. Probably because only a quarter of my attention was focused on it. But in my subconscious, I was probably like, oh, you get paid to watch ads? That's kind of cool, I guess. Not really all that original. Because you see, as a young lad myself, I used to get paid to watch ads via tuna. That's right, as a delinquent, I would watch ads to win tuna from the hit mobile game, The Battle Cats. I also used some other apps that would give me like $5 of App Store credit if I watched like 500 ads. So yeah, my first encounter with Pie was not really bad, but not really good. I didn't really question it, you know? I didn't really think it was anything special. The ad did not get my attention, you know, as most do. And you know what? Knowing me, let's keep in mind I share many attributes with the humble tumbleweed farmer. If the ads Pie served me were done like once a month, I might have considered downloading it. Probably not. Actually, definitely not. But I sure wouldn't have the resentment for it I have today. I am the prime target audience for these ads because I don't use ad blockers. I've actually never used one before. And honestly, I think that takes courage for me to say because the ad blocker community is insistent that ad blockers are like the most obvious download ever. And you know what? I believe it. Among the many reasons to use ad blockers, there is the reason of not getting interrupted mid-song or not wanting to see upsetting ads. There's a lot of great reasons to use ad blockers. I completely get it, especially outside of YouTube if you want to avoid clicking on any malware. But for me, I just don't mind watching ads on YouTube since most of the time I do watch YouTube. I just watch it on my other monitor anyways, and I don't mind ads on YouTube because I know that it supports the creators I watch in a much more affordable way compared to supporting everyone's Patreon. Geez, at this point, maybe I like ads. Consumer final boss, maybe I'm the antithesis to Pie. But yeah, fast forward a week, and the sheer amount of ads that I was being given for Pie, they were hitting me with the same rhythm and repetition that has no doubt been used by history's most infamous cult leaders. Like that one torture method with the water drop on your forehead over time, like that's what I was getting, but Pie ads. Almost every video since November that I've watched has had a Pie ad in it. It's insane. It's like YouTube transformed into a website owned by Pie, so it's just Pie ads for me. And believe it or not, this has never happened to me before with anything else. You know, I've gotten like a couple ads from the same campaign before, but nothing like this, not the sheer amount of ads all at once. So I've become very tilted about Pie. You see, when you're being besieged by a certain ad or product, every time another ad returns, it stacks onto a multiplier of irritation that never resets. So even an absolute ad devourer like me was getting tied down like an AT-AT. What's so bad about these ads? Well, outside of the fact that there are so many, I hate the way that they are. They are modern and cheap at the same time. They really have that kind of like weird do-it-yourself vibe that like you kind of get when the company's like hiring kind of smaller TikTokers to make ads for them. That's at least the vibe I get. But at the same time, they have like an equal amount of like super corporate integrated ads, and none of them are like inspired at all. They all stink. Except for the ones made by YouTubers who unfortunately got sponsored but do put effort into making a creative ad with what they have. The much more common pie ad that I get goes about something like this. It starts with this corporate stock music playing for like 2 seconds before whoever got hired to advertise it ends their millennial pause with an encouragement to install this extension. That comes from the creators of Honey. Guys, we won't do it again, we swear. You know, within a day, I knew I would never install this because of how annoying the amount of mediocre ads were shown to me. You get the point. These ads did more harm than good. Shocker. But the thing about Pi is that that's what they want. They are hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only does rolling out an apocalyptic amount of ads give them more exposure, but it also creates a problem that they are trying to offer the solution for. Are you tired of me kicking you? Buy this shield. Like I said, that's not the only problem with Pi. There are the, strong ties to a product that was just exposed to be a massive scam. And you can find a video by a channel called Upper Echelon, which really kind of touches on that. According to that video, which I will link, this product is at best a threat to YouTube and at worst another scam. The reason why it is a threat to YouTube is because it acts as a middleman with very malicious and greedy intent. As Upper Echelon put it, Pi demolishes the ad revenue of everyday creators by attempting to insert themselves into the middle of the pipeline of ads, kind of going in between to siphon off money. Because you're watching a video, right? You're gonna get an ad, but oh no, I got Pi, so Pi blocks it. But wait a second, Pi will pay me to watch the ad. All right, I'll watch it. And then Pi gets all the credit for that ad that you would have watched that would have gone to the creator, that would have gone, back into YouTube and its creators. That means that if Pi were to become more popular, creators could lose a significant portion of their income and therefore not be able to upload, which means that everyone gets less content. All the while, Pi still makes its users watch ads. Yeah, this thing is an absolute virus, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit as kind of my own little warning to kind of send out there to YouTube, like Paul Revere, and also a free little rant to get back at them for how they have been and probably will continue to be obnoxious to me with these ads. Like, seriously, I've been getting so many Pi ads. I'll probably get another one today. I'll probably get another couple today. It's to the point where, like, seeing an Old Spice commercial, like, that gives me relief. Like, I feel relieved when I see an ad for something else because Pi's just got like a monopoly on my ads. We don't know if there's necessarily going to be an easy way to call this a bad product right now. Maybe Pi this time around, they're not going to do the URL commission poaching. Maybe it's going to be fine. But even if there isn't a scam here, like my tumbleweed leg is telling me, kind of sniffing for me, this is a product that will ultimately still get you to watch ads if you are trying to get that money. Really hurt the YouTube economy like an invasive species because there's going to be no money pumping back to the creators who are making the content. They can't make as much quality content. They can't make content as often. All the while, this random company who has really annoying ads is going to make all the money. So this is just a video telling you to watch out for Pi. We're going to see how this develops from here on out. But for now, you should be on very high guard. Because this is basically like, let's put it this way. This is like if Freddy Fazbear, like just, kind of murked a security guard, murked a bunch of security guards and then opened up a new pizza place. The Michael Afton guy opened up a new pizza place. This is the new pizza place. I'm saying, we don't know if this pizza place is going to follow the same shady practices as the last one, but maybe be a little bit cautious. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. I'm Lufa.